Hey everyone, this is Chris, but my friends call me Stones. Thanks for checking out this channel. Thanks for checking out my latest video. It's been a while. It's been at least a few weeks, since I've recorded a video, only because I really haven't found much to show off, just to brag about, really, if you want to call it that. But today I went to the Goodwill outlet. I had been walking out empty-handed most of the time. If I came home, it was with a handful of knickknacks that what I call desperation purchases. It's stuff that I buy just to buy something, just to have something to list, but nothing that I was really getting excited about. Now, my Goodwill outlet, they had recently changed the rotation a few weeks ago, which kind of lines up why I haven't posted any videos. But a few weeks ago, they went back to only rotating the bins every 2 hours, which is the way they used to do it back about a year ago when I first started going to the Goodwill outlet. And then this year they went to a 1 hour rotation where they were rotating everything every hour. And because of that, I was sticking around for multiple rotations because it was easier to do it that way than when it was every 2 hours, I would come home, do a few things, and then go back. So today I actually walked out, I actually stayed for 3 rotations, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and noon, and I made purchases every rotation, and the getting was good, so I stuck around because it seemed like it was just going to be a good day of stuff. And I spent $29 total. The first purchase was like $20, and then smaller purchases after that, so $29 total at $1.29 a pound. So that's what, more than 20 pounds of stuff. Yeah, it's about 26, yeah, with taxing around probably about $20, 20 pounds of stuff. And as you can see here, it barely fits into a Commonwealth Picker IKEA bag. Actually, I use a couple bags. I unfill it in my car, and then I bring in an empty bag. That's the way I do it. But this is what I got for $29, and there's an item here off to the side that you can probably see. I'm keeping that off to save for last, and I'll show you what that is because I'm really excited about that. So first things first, because it didn't fit in the bag and because I want to show this off, this is really cool. This is from 1995. It's Mario quiz cards by Atlas Editions. These things are so cool. Look at this box. I mean, the design on this, I think I'm just going to keep this because it's so cool. But they're just little educational cards. Is a dog's vision like a human's? No. Dogs see the world differently than humans. Yes, dogs see and distinguish things exactly as humans do. But you can see down here, copyright 1995 Nintendo. And then it goes into this explanation of no, dogs see the world differently than humans. Really cool. But I just like the old artwork on this, and the box is a little bit damaged. This actually has some value, depending on how many of the quiz cards you have, about $40. But this is just so nostalgic. I think I'm going to keep this for myself, and I very rarely do that. So let's get started. I was going to lay everything out, but there's just so much stuff, so we're just going to pull things out as I can. First, Happy Meal toys, McDonald's Happy Meal toys. I found out quite a few of those today. I've talked about these before. If they're sealed, I pick them up. And I sell, once I get to 200 of them, I just have a big bin in my basement. I throw them in that bin. Once I reach 200, I sell them for $175 free shipping. And these things weigh next to nothing. It's not like I go out of my way to find them. It's just that if I find them, I'll pick them up. Now, I think the last time I took a count, and I'll probably count again today, I had about 150, but since then I've picked up several handfuls of these, and I'm probably up to at least 160, 165, and then I got quite a few today. So keep on going. Pez dispensers, I picked these up, new and used. Again, I sell these in big lots. I think I can sell about 100 of them for like $60 free shipping, something like that. But that's just one of the many things I'll just keep on picking up as I find them. This thing is really cool. This is actually a Spider-Man little spinny toy. And it's from Marvel Universe Live. It was that touring live show they did for a while. I don't remember exactly what year they did it. But this thing's really cool. I think the battery needs to be replaced, but it's supposed to spin, and the spider web kind of spreads out, and it lights up. See, the light works. You can see that. But it probably doesn't have enough juice in it to spin. I hope it's not broke, because this thing actually sells in used condition for $40. And it's pretty rare too. So maybe with the tags, if it works, maybe I can get $50 for that. I found a bunch of CPAP equipment. You can get away with selling this on eBay. You just can't sell the machines. But things like the accessories and stuff like that, I sell them all the time, no problem. I think there's a bunch more. Here's some of the masks. Here's more masks. Another mask right here. Okay, found this Buxton wallet. And this one is top grain cowhide, which is really, really good. I looked this up. I can probably get at least 20 bucks for that. It's brand new. Some things I just grabbed. Now, I've talked about this before. VHS tapes, Thomas the Train. If it's narrated by George Carlin or narrated by, what's his name? The Beatle. Ringo Starr. Once I get a bunch of these, like 5 or 10 or more, I can sell them in lots. They sell pretty good. Same thing with Blue's Clues. Once I get a bunch of those, I sell them in a big lot. Talked about Pez before. There's a bunch of Pez used ones. Here's more McDonald's toys. More Pez. Blank. Anytime I find blank media, blank VHS, blank audio tapes, I will pick those up and I lot those up and sell those. I think I have more McDonald's toys. This is a vintage one. Hercules. Let's see here. What else? I found this was interesting. I sell a lot of Bakugan. Again, it's something that I find in quantities, and I'll lot them all up together once I get like, 15, 20 Bakugan. I'll lot them up, and this was interesting. Toys R Us exclusive battle training DVD. So I'm going to include that in my next Bakugan listing. Now, I normally don't pick these up, and it seems like I see these all the time. These big 12-inch action figures, these cheap ones for younger kids. There was a lot of them in one of the bins today, so I just grabbed them all up, and I'm just going to lot them all up together. Here's the Hulkbuster. Here's Iron Man. And I'm dropping things. Here, then there's a bunch of Fortnite ones too. I found. So I'm going to lot these up. Here's Black Panther. Here's more Pez. Pokemon Power Ranger stuff. That's going to go in my collection. More McDonald's toys. Another McDonald's toy. These cleaning kits this is for computer disks. This stuff sometimes can be worth money because they don't make them anymore. But if somebody has an old computer where they're still using floppy disks, they may want a cleaning kit. I just grabbed those because they were there. Here's another one, still factory sealed. Another Fortnite action figure. Some of these 12-inch action figures actually have rarity sometimes, and some of them there are some that have some really good value. You'd be surprised. There's an Iron Man War Machine or something like that. Power Ranger mask that I picked up. Guardians of the Galaxy. This is a Spider-Man. Actually, I had more of these than I thought. Here's another Fortnite. A bunch of those. Here's the Vulture. 12-inch. Here's a Spider-Man 12-inch. Another Spider-Man. I didn't even know which Spider-Man this was. I had to look it up. And I'm pretty good with that. Here's a bunch of Transformers. A friend of mine's grabbed these for me. Knew that I like getting the action figure type stuff. I don't know if these are complete. Looks like it was sold. Tried to be sold for $5. Big red wagon spring. Baby kids bag of Transformer cars for $5. Here's another one of my receipts. This is for the bigger purchase for $20. Another this is Spider-Man figure. Adventures in Odyssey. I worked at a Christian bookstore where we sold a lot of Adventures in Odyssey. These actually sell for me. I think I'm going to lot up a bunch of them because I still have some that haven't sold. More McDonald's toys, of course. Another Fortnite. Another Fortnite. Sometimes I'm not looking to see where I'm pointing. There's another Pez. I pick up Paw Patrol by the dozens. I sell those once I get 40 or 50 of those. I sell those for like $40. This is some of the first things that I found today. Power Ranger Ninjetti. I don't actually have any of the original ones. Here's another Fortnite action figure. I'll probably put all the Fortnite ones together, sell them for like $30. That alone is going to pay for the whole thing, right? Just all the Fortnite figures. I don't remember picking up Scooby-Doo, but he ended up in my bag. More McDonald's toys. I'm throwing everything. I got more Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol. There's a gaming figure. I find those quite often. More Paw Patrol. Playmobil, I pick those up whenever I find them. I've got a bunch of those. I'll probably sell those. Lot those up together here really quick. There's Lion King. There's a rubber duck that's going to go to Troy Mountain Man Treasure. Here's a really old vintage McDonald's toy. This is the Fry Guy Flyer. Not a ton of value, worth about $5, but I thought it was cool. And then there's another bag here that I pulled aside. This is all Polly Pocket stuff. I saw a box of these sitting there. People were looked them. It looked like someone picked through them, didn't care. Here's another Paw Patrol. And then also inside here are some Pokemon minis. There's a what is his name? Slowpoke, something like that. And then here's my little pet shop. A bunch of cool stuff. Here's another Pokemon. And then some more Imaginext. I pick those up all the time too. Oops, sorry. I think I showed that already. I have more Little's Pet Shop. It's been a while since I found Little's Pet Shop in there. But all this Polly Pocket sells. I don't know why other people don't pick them up. I've got more Imaginext figures in here. There you go. But as you can see, there's a lot of Polly Pocket, that type of stuff. So, that being said, the Fortnite figures alone is going to get me my money back. $30 there easily. I'm trying to think of what else I could show you that would sell for that much alone. The wallet, well, maybe not. This CPAP stuff, easily $30 in there in profit. So a lot of this is pure. Now that Mario cards, $30 there, but I'm going to keep that. I don't know what these oh, this thing, I don't know if I mentioned this thing. Someone's selling these for $40 in used condition. So that alone is going to pay for everything. Now, technically, mine's new because it's got the tags, so maybe I can get $50 for that. Again, it's going to pay for everything. Now, that being said, let me show you the Grail, the thing that I'm really excited about. This is the first thing that I pulled out of one of the bins when they came out. The first bin I went to after the rotation. And I grabbed this mask. I always grab Halloween masks, and I grab them first, ask questions later. This obviously is the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz. And I thought, well, it's probably a generic, or not a generic, but at least a mass-produced mask that probably isn't worth anything. But then I looked down here, and if you can look really quick, carefully, it says 1988 Don Post. Don Post Studios, Don Post Incorporated. Don Post, and I've talked about this in another YouTube video that I made. Don Post is the #1 maker of Halloween masks. And his vintage stuff that goes back as early as I think the 60s. The horror stuff does really well. The licensed stuff does really well. I tried looking this up. Terapeak, Worth Point. I could not find another Wizard of Oz mask by Don Post. The only other masks that I found that were made in 1988, there was a Star Wars Stormtrooper mask that someone should have put in auction but shouldn't have put in auction, and it only sold for $50. Someone had a Michael Myers Halloween mask from 1988 by Don Post, and they sold it for almost $300. Now, even though it's not horror, Wizard of Oz is a huge license, very collectible. And since it seems to be very rare, and this is Don Post, I'm aiming for at least $200 to $250 on this. I've done the research. I can't find anything. So extremely rare. Really excited about this. Don Post mask. Look out for those, especially the licensed horror ones. Michael Myers, Frankenstein, Count Dracula, Freddy Krueger, the werewolf, all that stuff, all the classic horror stuff. But Wizard of Oz is a big enough license, and this is rare enough that I think I can get some good money out of it. So there you go, $30 purchase, really good week, good day at the Goodwill outlet. Kind of makes me want to go there tomorrow, which I might. Thanks for checking out my video. Talk to you soon.